Hello there, hi, good evening all, welcome back. Today we're going to look at fraction. It's only a very short video. I just want to give you a couple of strategies on the fraction, how to resolve fraction from year 7 to year 11. So I believe, in schools children do fractions and they continue with fractions from year 7 onwards until the GCSEs. So two strategies for the fractions. First one, we know the conventional method. So let's look at this fraction here, 3 over 5 plus 4 over 15. Now we know the conventional method, which is we need to find the LCM. Now that stands for lowest common multiple. Now for the lowest common multiple, we could just probably, have to do this, 5, 15. And then we can see the common factor which goes into the two numbers, which is 5. So you bring that down, and that's 3. And then to balance this, you put another 3 and then 1, 1. So that's 2 balanced. Two numbers are balanced. So we know that the LCM gives you 5 times 3 is 15. So we now have the lowest common multiple for these two numbers. Now, for the conventional method, I normally just draw a line here. So if I need to resolve this fraction or solve it, I just put this line across, horizontal line, put 15 here, and I'll LCM. Now 15, this number, divide by the denominator, okay, and the top one is the numerator. Alright, now we can see that the denominator is 15 here, so 15 divided by 15, that gives me 1. And then what I need to do is multiply by 4. And that gives me 4 here. Then I put a plus sign here. And for the next stage, 15 divided by 5, again is 3. And then 3 times 3, that gives me 9. So now I have my answer as 9, 1, 10, and 13 over 15. Okay. Now we can see from this fraction that this is completely resolved now. Now there is no chance of being further resolved. The reason being is because in the top part we can see the numerator is less than the denominator. So we know the numerator is 15 and the denominator is, the numerator is 13 and the denominator is 15. So that simply tells us that this fraction is resolved and there's no chance of being further simplified. So that's the first method. Now there's a second method of doing it. We could say a second strategy. Let's do the second one. So I hope you're clear on this. This is the first one, where we use the LCM method. Now the second one is basically, you can just do it directly. You don't need to go through the LCM hassle, what we just did early on. So now let's have a look at this fraction again. Now again, we'll see the second strategy. Now for the second strategy, 3 over 5, 4 over 15. Now what we can do is, we can bring this down. So we know that 3. Now what we need to do, we're going to break the denominators. So you've got a denominator here, that's a numerator. Okay, so we're going to further break this, split it up. So we know this is 1 times 5, gives you 5, plus 4. And then 3 times 5, we know it's 15. Now we can see that these two numbers here, they're common, 5 and 5. So we automatically know that 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 5 is 15. So now we have our denominator as 15 here. But how do we resolve these two? How do we do this? What we need to do, because we have split this number up into its parts, so that's been split into 2, 3, 5, that's been split into 2, 1 times 5. So this 3 left, you cross multiply it. And then 1 you can cross multiply it. Okay, so that gives you 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 times 4 is 4. Now we know the denominator, or you could say the LCM lowest common multiple is 15. So for both, we just put 15 down here. And then your answer turns into, again, 10, 13 over 5. So that can't be further simplified. So that's your answer. So there's two ways of doing fractions. So I hope that's clear, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye.